Hi guys, it's Nancy here, and I want to start off by apologising for a prolonged absence that wasn't planned at all. I've literally just got over one cold after another, which affected my voice. I sounded like a man. It wasn't attractive. So, just been getting over that and had an extreme amount of stress in my life due to various things happening at work. So, was not been in the best space, but I'm back from that now. I've got a couple of days away from work, which can only but help things. So I'm here to share with you a couple of pages I'm going to have up this week from my October Hey Little Magpie blog post. So these have already been up in the blog, so I apologise that these went out sooner, but as I said, life. So I am using the Pebbles Woodland Forest collection. And as I said in my last video, it's quite a whimsical collection, but I've concentrated more on the B-sides, and this is a page which is going to be going in my Scotland album, so it's going to be 9x12. Still a little bit perplexed on using this side, to be honest. Still only done single photo layouts as well, so that's something I need to get my head around. So I'm doing this quite a simple layout here, using this one photo. As you see, I was playing about putting a banner down the side, that nice woodland paper, but decided against that in the end. So I'm going to be going with this photo, kind of butting that up right to the edge. I do have the 6x6 paper pad, so I'm going to be using that just to mount things up, because I did cut my photo down ever so slightly. I have that treat tissue and the American Crafts one. I had the Thanksgiving pack. If you do go and check out the beginning of my last video, you will see that. Excuse me, guys. And so yes, I'm going to be using that out, and that is the sort of green one, so it kind of just merges in all with this. I'm using one of those banner strips at the bottom. This collection had fab banner strips, so I'm using the arrow one to place down at the bottom, and I'm just using a couple of offcuts that I had on my desk as well. Really love this check, plaid, tartan, whatever you want to call it, background. And as you know, my album is going to have lots of this in. I've seen so many people starting to think about December daily, and I am going to keep saying it, Nancy. I'm not going to buy any Christmas stuff this year. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I have so much Christmas stash. I have loads of it in with my Scotland album stash, so I really need to just not buy any. So that is my plan. I've been steadfast so far. Not sure how long that will carry on. So I'm just going through this die cut random box, which I had in the caravan for a long while. So a lot of things in here are probably a couple of years old. That cross-stitch heart on wood grain is a piece from the Close Knit collection from Crepe Paper, and I wish I'd have kept more of that collection, or still had some, because I am massively into my crochet at the moment. If you follow my channel, you'll know this. Done a little bit of spot on knitting, but I really want to do a little themed album just to capture all the projects that I've done this year, and that would have been a perfect collection for it. So I may have to look out for a few bits that I can use for that. But anyway, that's where that big heart come from. So that isn't a new collection, but part of me was like, it just worked with this layout, so I wanted to go with it. I pulled these two rubber shapes out on this page. I still am not sure how I feel about them. I've heard horror stories of them like discolouring and things going on. I just don't know. I just stuck mine down with a little bit of adhesive, and I'll see how it goes, to be honest. And I will report back, but we will see. So I'm going to be using my ink here. I'm using some walnut stain, and I'm just using one of my favourite Tim Holtz stencils, and just doing some texture stuff in the background. Adding some mists, so of course I'm adding some grey, and I think I'm adding some of my Rain Beetle, which is a coppery colour, and of course Route 66, because it wouldn't be a layout without my beloved Route 66. I'm putting also some white pearlescent on here. Really is not showing very well on this video, but I do add some on there. So yeah, I go a little bit mist crazy on this one. Also, and it's helping breaking up that really bright background paper. So kind of happy where that's going, and now I'm just going to start sticking it all down. So just doing a little bit of overlapping there so the layers aren't so stark. I also pulled out that stag wood head because I'm having that as a sort of motif that goes throughout my travel albums. I always tend to find something that goes through. Normally my big American ones, well, my 2 American trips, have both been planes and cameras. My Scotland album is normally stags and trees. So because I'm not a creature of habit, let's say, but because I go like I've done the same sort of holidays, I like them kind of have some joined up thinking. So that's why, you know, you'll always be able to see a little motif in there. Then it's just a case of just slapping this all down. And as you can see, done a bit wonky, pulling stuff up. But as we know, this is what happens with me quite often. Which is why I don't put a lot of glue on there. I put glue that I can pull up. So just working out putting my little layers on here. So I've got that heart motif. I'm going to be putting the arrow piece excuse me, on the wood grain, and then putting this little yellow ticket up here, which I think was actually from an Alison Craft piece of paper from goodness knows how long ago. Then just going to be sticking these little bits of paper down, using my ruler to tear that tissue paper, and where I'd stuck it, it wasn't right, so I'm just adding a little bit on. Putting a little tag down there. That is actually a canvas tag, and that came from, I think, no, I have no idea. It was in my stash for a long time. So even though these are newer papers, I've put some older stash on there, and I'm still in that stash busting mindset because I have too much stash. I have 3 pizza boxes full of new stash that I haven't even opened because life. So I'm hoping to crack that out this weekend. Using a little bit of washi tape, washi post-it note stuff, which is like wood grain. So I'm putting that down, sticking my little rubber piece down with that stag head, and just kind of filling some of these odd gaps. As you can see, those lovely little whimsical gnomes there on the back. I do have that still in 6x6, so I still think I'm going to have to do something gnome based. Not quite sure, but I feel like I might have to. So, as you know, I love the cut apart pieces within these collections. Pebbles collections are fab. They're not something necessarily you'd think that I'd navigate towards, but I really do like them. So I love all the little bits. So I'm just cut out a little flower and bits here, and just trying to find somewhere to stick it, and just add my little micro clusters. Still a massive fan of the micro cluster. So now I'm looking at what else I can add, really. So as you can see, I took that paper and I've cut out some large flower pieces. This is one of the reasons why I went and got a larger 12x12 piece of that paper, because I can cut it up, I can use it. So I've got now 2 leaf clusters. I also brought the text, little text labels, so they're going to work perfectly into adding into these little micro clusters. And I've left a white edging where I've cut it out because those rubber pieces have white on, so I thought that would just tie in really well. I also did buy the alpha, which is like a wood grain effect alpha. I didn't show it in the last video, I completely forgot about it, found it in the bottom of the box. So again, this is going to work perfectly with the collection because it's the right cherried tone wood grain. So I'm just going to be putting my title down here, and I'm going to then use some smaller letters to put in the other part of the title, which I think I go with Crisp and Cozy Walk, because there's another picture that goes from this where I'm kind of wrapped up in my scarf and my hat that I'd made on that trip. So that kind of worked in quite well, and it's really quite simple. And I'm using some old alphas that I've had lying around for a while as well. So I'm just going to be sticking those down and playing about there. Sorry you get to see my crazy messy hair. Need to sort that out. So I'm just sticking that all down, ready to go. Like I said, I want to apologise. There's been a gap in my videos. I have about 8 videos to voice over, so I need to get my butt in gear and do that. Now I have a voice. And I have my blog post for Hey Little Magpie coming up on the 3rd of November. So that is, of course, something I also need to get the videos done for that. And so yeah, I just want to apologise for a little bit of gap. Thank you for the people that have contacted me to check I'm okay. I'm back, and I'll be annoying you very, very soon. Possibly even with a face-to-face. So I want to thank you very much. I'm just going to add to the finishing touches to this. I've just used a date stamp, and I'm going to add the date down and call it a day. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for bearing with me on my channel, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!